as complete a white ball performance as I have seen over the years from any team across any eras. Now, sometimes when something has happened very recently, we tend not to be able to put it in perspective, to give it its place in history. So sometimes some numbers are worth looking at. Since Rohit Sharma adopted the style that India would play at the 50-over World Cup in India, the ICC ODI World Cup, India have won 23 of the 24 completed games they have played in ICC tournaments. 23 out of 24. Just let that sink in. That World Cup in India, 110, lost just that one final. We tend to talk about the loss more than we talk about anything else. Then went to the United States, went to all the islands in the West Indies, traveled around, won every completed game. Then came here. Yes, there was a little bit of an advantage, but it's what you do with the advantage, and the advantage was not sought, as I've said in another blog. And they won batting first, they won batting second, they won with spin early on, they had wickets with pace, they did absolutely everything that could be asked, and no other team came close. Rohit Sharma is doing something remarkable, and he must now go down as one of India's great white ball captains. I spoke to him immediately after the match at the Player of the Match presentation, and I asked him if the manner in which he was playing was normal to him. And he said no, it didn't come naturally to him, but he wanted India to play a certain brand of cricket. And so he thought he must play that too. Sometimes predetermined, sometimes high risk, sometimes get out early. But that is the brand of cricket he wanted to play, high impact cricket. And when the captain shows the way, then everybody follows. And this is as good a cast as I've ever seen. And you can go back. Someone of my vintage won the 83 World Cup, went back to Australia, won in 85 years. But to do this consistently against some really well-prepared teams is brilliant. I love watching ensemble casts where there is no one mega hero, but everybody plays a part. And together, when you put all these parts together, you get an astonishing team. And this is exactly what is happening with this team, even including the biggest star that's played ODI cricket, and that's Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is playing a part over here, and isn't that fantastic to see? That 100 against Pakistan was one for the ages. Then that 18 the run chase against Australia that almost took India home. But that's a role that he is playing. And I just think Virat Kohli will continue to play ODI cricket till as long as he wants to, because he just understands the game very well. But look at all that's happening around him. He has forged a very, very good partnership with Shreyas Iyer. He's still bubbling under. I don't think we're giving Shreyas Iyer the credit that he deserves. He had a fabulous ICC World Cup last October, November. Now he's come back here and he just provided that sense of calm. He was very intelligent, understood situations very well. Shreyas Iyer was a big, big tick. Either side of Virat Kohli, two very fine players. I liked how Shubman Gill played. He was allowed the time to build an innings by the swashbuckling manner in which his senior and captain played. But there is a nice feeling around Shubman Gill. He got 100 in this tournament, 100 that was needed. And I just think he's going to be around for a very long time. And he will continue to add a lot of strength to this white ball team. And then all the all-rounders. 4 all-rounders. Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja, Hardik Pandya, KL Rahul. That was the heartbeat of this side, doing everything that is asked of them. Akshar Patel is just a captain's favorite. Want to bowl in the power play? Yes. Bowl through the middle? Yes. And then he comes out and bats at number 5 and just calms troubled waters. Then you realize why KL Rahul is at 6. I wasn't very happy with seeing KL Rahul at 6 early on. But he batted beautifully. So often, he would come into bat in difficult situations and create this sense of calm. KL Rahul had a very, very good tournament. And I don't think any more questions should be asked about his role in 50-over cricket. Then Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya just made the composition of this team possible. Went in and bowled the new ball with the field restrictions in place, came back, hit the ball crisply, scored valuable runs almost every time he went out to bat. But because he was playing the role that he was, India could then play the master stroke of playing 4 spinners. And which team in the world has the luxury of Ravindra Jadeja coming in at number 8? He said afterward, "मेरा role यही है कि आखिर में मैं वहाँ रहूँगा." Bowled beautifully through the middle. Once again, if you see a role that's very clearly defined, Jadeja, you will not bowl in the power play, but you will control the game in the middle overs. I thought against New Zealand, he bowled magnificently. A little bit of help for him, and he just closed the game there. Bowling 9 on the trot, immediately came back and bowled a 10th. He bowled really, really well. Varun Chakravarti, Kuldeep Yadav, these were Rohit Sharma's cutting edge bowlers. When he wanted wickets, he went to them. How good was Kuldeep Yadav in this final? New Zealand have got off to a great start. Comes in and gets Rachin Ravindra and then the wicket. I thought Kane Williamson's batting beautifully. He had the ability to control this final, and then he got him out cotton bowl. There, he'd already played his role. Varun Chakravarti, what an inspired selection. Almost every time Rohit Sharma wanted a wicket, Varun Chakravarti would come and deliver. Bowled in the death, bowled in the power play, and there is this goofiness, this quirkiness about him, but there is also very sharp intelligence about him. He judged very quickly in this game that there is not enough turn. By the way, this game had the lowest turn among all the matches played in Dubai. He picked that up very well and focused on bowling in lovely areas. And then Shami. This was not his surface. He might have gone for a few runs, but Shami in this tournament has been magnificent. So there you are, Harshit Rana in the role that he played too. It's a cast where a director has given everybody a role, and it's just an astonishing wealth to possess. Look what else is happening. This is 50 over cricket. After India win the World Cup, the three seniors, Rohit, Virat, and Jadeja, said, "We're not playing anymore." Then the entire team is in Australia. India send a team to South Africa, and they come back and play breathtaking cricket. You could play 2 or 3 T20 teams at the moment. And that is why I think India is dominating white ball cricket around the world like very, very few teams have in the history of white ball cricket. And the good news for India and the bad news for everybody else is that this domination doesn't look like ending very soon. So, fantastic tournament, the Champions Trophy, very, very well conducted here in Dubai. I'm not in a position to say how it was in Lahore and Karachi and Rawalpindi, but I'm sure the hospitality there would have been extraordinary, and I've never doubted that. But here in Dubai,